Hi, welcome back. I'm not sure why, but so many of you requested a vlog like this, so here we go. Here's my ordinary life. I usually have my first cup of coffee in bed, but on days like this, when the living room is bathed in sunshine, I just cannot resist it. And speaking of coffee, smooth transition, I have my own batch. I never thought I'd get to say it, but here it is. Say hi to Coffee Cat. I might be biased, obviously, but it's one of the best coffees I've ever had, which is the reason why I've chosen this variety to be mine, so to speak. If you want to grab a bag for yourself, all info will be listed down below. Moving on. I quite like to take some time to speak to my plants each morning, and it seems to be working because my living room is looking quite lush, as you'll see later on in the video. I also like to have a little routine consisting of yoga, back exercises and meditation. My posture has always been incredibly poor, and I feel like I'm running out of time to address it. Sad to say, but I'm not as regular with this little routine as I'd like to be. It just feels like a waste of time to be doing this when I could be working, especially since the cost of living crisis is getting out of hand here in England. And to be honest, that's what most of my meditation thoughts consist of these days. But I decided to simply shorten this routine to 5 minutes one bit, and I think it's better than nothing, and I think it actually magically makes me more productive. Okay, so moving on to work now. I printed and packed some of my drawings, always very humbled when someone buys one because I'm obviously not a refined artist in that domain since I started drawing not too long ago. But hey, if you want to print too, you can check out my website. And now it's finally time to pot my cuttings. I'm not sure what changed because I used to be a serial plant killer in the past. But I must say, I'm a beast now, okay? I don't know why, but saying something nice about myself makes me feel a little bit squeamish. I don't like it very much, but hey, it's the truth. I am a plant beast. Now, I'm not sure why, but tending to my plants makes my nervous system reset, I guess. I immediately feel much calmer, and I think that maybe somewhere deep down inside, my plants make me feel worthy. I still struggle with intense feelings of inadequacy, so it's nice to know that there are multiple living things somewhere out there that seem to need me and appreciate my existence. The living room is currently a bit messy due to all the potting and the sheer amount of plants, but I would be happy to show it to you some other time. Okay, so I then moved on to working on my new short film, Men and Mental Health. I've now got over 200 pages worth of emails and other research that I need to get through and distill into a 10 to 15 minutes long documentary. Thank you for all the emails, by the way. I'm still fairly early in the process, but I already know that this is the most difficult piece I have ever had to write, and I am absolutely terrified. But hey, I cannot back out now. I then took a little break from reading and finished designing my t-shirt, which I think many of my socially anxious viewers will appreciate. I will show you the finished product as soon as I find a high quality printing studio. And then I managed to finish a quick first sketch of my new tarot card. And it's time to leave the house. So I posted the prints and went to the studio to complete an order from my lingerie shop. And it usually takes me anywhere between 1 and 2 hours to finish sewing, depending on the complexity of the piece. That day I made a harness and ta-da! 1XX garter belt ready, fresh from the oven. I then decided to do some more work on the documentary. I actually managed to grab a really nice spot in the sun, and I think we can all agree that the ambience of a library must be one of the most soothing things on earth. Speaking of books, I just started reading The Myth of Normal by Gabor Mate, my favorite non-fiction writer. A man who literally saved my life, not exaggerating. His work mainly revolves around trauma, and he's helped me uncover loads of unhealed wounds. But more about that in another video. And now it's time for a few minutes by the sea. Brighton is gorgeous, but it's also windy as hell. However, the windier it gets, the more exhilarating it is to watch the waves crash, so I will not complain. Now it's time to go back home and cook some dinner, and yes, I eat meat again, sorry about that. It's only been a few months though, and I don't have it more often than once or twice a month. We mostly eat vegetarian and vegan meals anyway, and I think we will ditch the meat soon. I don't really cook much, and I'm not sure why, because I absolutely love it. I'm usually so focused on the ingredients and the process itself that the anxious part of my brain tends to deactivate. So yeah, I think you might be seeing more ASMR-ish cooking from me very, very soon. Anyway, the day did not end there. I decided to go to Queen's Park to try and get a bit of exercise through a long walk, and damn, Brighton is one hilly city. However, my buttocks thank me every time, so I don't mind. It was a nice evening, and these days, more often than not, I find myself in the mood for a pint. So I stopped at this very lovely pub/cocktail bar to do some more work on my documentary. And by the way, yet another plug, we are still over £2,500 away from reaching the final goal. So any donations are highly appreciated, as I won't be able to finish it without the funding. Anyway, the pub was absolutely gorgeous. However, the hypocrisy of continually complaining about money while having multiple overpriced beers at the same time is not lost on me. So I stuck around for just one pint and then I went back home. I ended the day with a bit of footy, and Lord knows it was nice to see Liverpool do well for a change. It's been a hard time being a Liverpool supporter in the recent days. And that's it. Time to go to bed, do some mindless scrolling, and fall asleep. Thank you for watching. Take care.